Hey folks, is it gonna crash? Crash! 2025 land market. Been in real estate going on 8 years, and I've heard a lot of buyers come through my front door saying, look, we're gonna hold on, this deal is gonna crash. Is it possible? Yes. So if the economy does crash, the dollar crashes, my question is, where are you gonna be? So I've grown up a dairy farmer all my life, and I was born in Texas County. I plan on dying in Texas County, Missouri, and I promote Wright, Texas, Douglas County in Missouri, South Central Missouri. So, they say there's more $100 bills circulating currently than there is $1 bills. And let's get a handle on that. They just keep printing more and more money, and I see bigger and bigger estates and children who are actually coming into the market with an inheritance, and usually some of them don't have an inheritance. They've just done well and they wanted to retire on some land or a rural setting. So my question is, where would you want to be? An urban center where they're bringing freight in and piping the poop out to a lagoon that you don't see? Or would you rather be in South Central Missouri where we still have a beef industry, sheep and goat industry, eggs? We still have some operating cheese plants locally. We have some operating dairies locally. And even in a winter season, worst case scenario, crash. Even in a winter season, these rural outlying places in America, I call them the backbone of America, will be able to survive. And they say, well, there's going to be somebody come and take it away from you. Possibly, but would you rather be in an urban center, bumper to bumper? And that's where the real crash is going to be, is that thoroughfare out of that city. If we get to that kind of a crisis mode, is going to be locked up. So I'm not wishing that, and I really don't even think, I think America in a time of crisis, once you get over that initial shock of, oh my goodness, what are we going to do? That is when America shines, even in an urban center. And I've never lived in an urban center. I've lived in Mountain Grove, small town America all of my days. But I've seen some land pinned. My dad paid $40-50 an acre. My wife and I paid $500 an acre, and now our children are being asked to spend $4,000 to $5,000 an acre. Is it worth it? Not to me. I've got 500 acres of fescue, and there's not a penny to be made on the farm as far as I can tell. But it is a great life to raise children, maybe homeschool, instill work ethic, and in a crisis, it will be the place to be because it will provide water, shelter, and to a certain extent food. So anywho, is it going to crash? Just not seeing it in 2025. Could I be wrong? Possibly. I hope it doesn't crash. But I've seen in the last 24 hours a 12-acre parcel that pinned it. The seller, super strong hands, and that's what you find with landowners in South Central Missouri. They have got financially, and I've said this before in videos, after 2008, we were already a conservative area. Is it possible to get more conservative financially? Yes, because the land base and the ag base to a certain extent tightened their belt even more, and they paid off the land loans, most of them were a 15-year term, and they paid them off. So there's a huge amount of land currently that is paid for, and they're just paying the taxes. I know you don't really own it because you pay the taxes. But having said that, most of that land that comes for sale is paid for. So they will either get their asking price, and if they really want to sell it, they're at market price. And I say the seller always takes a fooling if they sell land at market price. And I had a neighbor tell me, can you give too much for a good cow? Because a good cow versus a marginal cow always is producing, you know. And so as far as the production on a good parcel of land, does it have access? Is it semi-private? Does it have power? Does it have a natural water source? Does it have a good well? Does it have some outbuildings? Does it, you know, what does it have that makes it a good buy? And, you know, even this timber ground stuff with horrible access is currently being priced at $3,000 to $3,750, and some of your open, you know, timber ground with some actual timber on it is not really that much further. You know, maybe $4,500 to $5,500 is where it's being priced. But to clean up a spot, cut in a road, put a well in there, you know, on these smaller parcels, you're going to be $3,000 to $4,000 an acre just to get some minimal infrastructure. So is it going to crash? I'm not seeing it. Am I optimistic because I'm in the real estate business? Yes. But having said that, they've just printed so much money. There's so many 50 to 70-year-old folks that are either handing it down or are just affluent and have a lot of cash, and they're moving into Missouri. And I've seen it pre, post, mid-COVID, and I continue to see it. I'm seeing that there was a 12-acre parcel that was priced at right at $7,600 an acre, and it pinned it yesterday. So, you know, that's $90 some $1,000 asking price, and you know, if we're headed for a crash, that's the wrong direction. So anyway, is it going to crash? I don't think so. Are there some buys out there? There always are. But if you're sitting on the sideline thinking that this deal is going to get cheaper, I just don't think you're in the right camp. I would tell you to buy, try to buy something below market if you can. But you know, even the town drunk knows that land is high, and it's just really tough to buy something in real estate that is below market value. So, and it seems to be getting tougher, but at these higher levels that we consider high. And you know, $3,000 to $5,000 an acre in some parts of the country, they laugh at you because it's in crop ground. You know, it's $15,000, $20,000, $25,000 an acre. You know, can it cash flow a commodity level? No. Does it get government payments that make it a good investment? Yes. And does it appreciate in value historically? Yes. Anywho, Duncan Smith in the sticks. 8 minutes, 9 minutes, you will not get back. But I just wanted to get on YouTube and post a video today and see if we could get some comments, maybe a subscription or two, and get a like or two. Anyway, Duncan Smith in the sticks, coming to you from Mountain Grove, Missouri. Don't mind my cluttered background. I'm in the land market, and I'm not a very good cleaner. So have a good day. Be blessed. Over now. Merry Christmas.